Remember that moment of fear in front of your peers when you were a child? If you were faced with a very difficult and scary challenge in front of you, and everyone was watching, and some people that have been before you, and now it's your turn. And now you have to face this difficult challenge. And so your friends, they're like egging you on and they're going, go on, come on, you can do it, you can do it. But you're scared and you're unsure and you start to seek more support, but you're not actively wanting to seek support because you're too afraid. So this is this circumstance when someone is too afraid to do something that's difficult and they need their friends to come and support them and yeah, it's this, yeah, come on, do it. And then you're like, yeah, is it doable? Yeah. And they're like, yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, it's no problem. Like, you'll do it fine. Just, yeah, great. Go for it. Woo. And then you turn away and you're scared and you're like, no, I don't think so. And then every time you look back, your friends are just like more animated. Every time you look back, hey, yeah, come on. And then you think, no, maybe I'll do it later. And your friends are like, no, come on. You're like, no, guys, seriously, I'm looking away now. I'm starting to walk away. I'm like, no, and they're like, turn around, like, look at me. And you look at it, you can do it. And you turn around and they're like, come on, yeah. So this kind of dynamic has happened, I think, in every child's life. That's an extreme case. I'm really stretching out that scenario, but the reason I'm emphasizing this is that it has significance to the kind of like background dialogue that's going on whenever we, from day to day, are faced with something that we've resisted for a while, something that we struggle with, something that we've always, not had an easy time with it. And every single time it's just a struggle and we're afraid to move forward or beyond a certain point or whatever it is. And we can try and like analyze and process what the hell is going on. Yeah, we can do that, but I mean, the key is if your friends can help you through a difficult situation in your childhood, and you kind of seek that in adulthood, but the thing is, like, you can't, for some reason, you're even too scared to even seek out for support. In an adult life, you're not gonna easily call up your friends and say with all honesty, I need help with this. Can you help me out? Because for some reason, those moments are only saved for extreme circumstances. We really don't want to be a burden to anyone. So we only reserve that for really, really extreme cases. Why is that the case, though? Because if there are friends, surely we should be there for each other through everything. And of course, you'd have different layers, different depths in your social circles. You can have super close friends, and then you can have an outer layer who are more numerous and you have a great time with in a social environment, but you might not have that deep one-to-one like you have with a core group of friends. And it goes out to family members as well. So why can't we just be incredibly close to those people that's close by? And yet, if we say, yeah, I do have a really great relationship with my close friends, they're my best friends, like we know each other in and out. Well, okay, if you can make that admission, then what about some of these struggles that you've been trying to deal with? Have you expressed all of them? Have you have you kept them to yourself? And if you have expressed them sometimes, but they don't seem to land, they don't seem to garner that support that you need from your friends, from your network, to help encourage you and pull you through that difficult challenge. Because I think that exists still. That scenario, just like when we were kids. Sometimes we're too scared to push through a certain boundary, push past a certain fear. Whatever it is, that obstacle, sometimes we genuinely are just too scared to even ask for help. And we need the people around us to just recognize that it's taken us too long. We've been standing on the edge of that cliff for too long. I'm either gonna do it and join the rest of my friends, or I'm gonna leave the group and just stop participating, stop going out and having fun, stop playing. And the group, if they care enough about me, then they'll recognize that and they'll go, that's not an option. You're coming with us. Whether you like it or not, this is in your best interest and ours too, because you're gonna get through this. And it doesn't matter if we're too scared this time. We've got you, and we'll help you the next time. And that camaraderie, that kind of support, as a kid, I think that's vital to how you form as a person. It instills this feeling of being wanted and that people are there and they have your back. And that's an amazing feeling. If you haven't felt that in your childhood or in your adulthood, then I think it's missing. And you might be seeking that and you might not know about it. So if you do have really close friends, start having these very open and honest conversations about what you're struggling with, what you find a constant difficulty, a constant challenge, where it can be mundane. It can be as mundane as chores. You find it a constant, it shouldn't be this hard, but it is. A constant procrastination struggle with just your daily upkeep. It could be like that. And so in society, that's not a problem. Just suck it up, get over it, just do it. Just do it. It's great. As a dismissive story that you can tell yourself that and feel that that's going to work, but that hasn't worked and it's still here. So I need help to figure this out. And maybe this seeking help from your support system is something that's going on within me, with my struggles at least. I'm too scared to even ask my friends to help me pull through these difficulties, these challenges, these blockages, whatever they are, because I have too much pride in myself. I don't want to be a burden to anyone. I don't want to show that I'm too weak and that this insignificant thing is holding me back, but I'm able to excuse it. I'm able to make excuses. I'm able to just rationalize away and get distracted and go on to the next thing and suppress it. And it's below me. It shouldn't be a problem. So I'll imagine like it's not. But over time, obviously, what you resist persists. I don't really remember the beginning of this. I think it's just about maybe an open letter to for people to recognize when their peers, maybe their closest peers, are struggling with something, and they've mentioned it a couple times, maybe meekly, and you hadn't really registered its importance because they didn't present it like it was something of great importance, because they're just too like scared and proud to admit that, oh yeah, this is a legit thing. This is a legit struggle that I've had for a long time, and it just seems like not worthwhile even expressing. So I'll just shoulder it. I'll just keep it. And so we do. We keep it, and then it manifests as like back pain or joint ache or stress, muscular issues, all sorts. Yeah. So yeah, seek support, people. We need to seek support. If our friends aren't able to recognize that we're at the top of the cliff and they've already moved on and they've left us behind, we need to call out to them. It's not their fault that they're just going on without you and not acknowledging that you haven't gotten over the challenge. The onus is still on you. The onus is still on you to get over your own challenges. We can all try and do it together, which is more fun. But if you've been left behind and you still need to do it, you still need to do it. It's okay to call out and ask for help. If you still stood there on top of that cliff and they've carried on, but you can still journey along with them and just make believe, just pretend that it didn't happen, pretend like you didn't fail. You can do that. You have been doing that, probably. It's okay though to admit. And be specific. Be very specific and brutally honest about what is within you, what has been a blockage, what has been a struggle. Genuinely, just talk about it. And ask if there's anything that they can think of to help.